Hi, my name is Alice Oseman. I am an author and illustrator of young adult fiction and graphic novels, including Radio Silence, Solitaire, I Was Born for This, the Heartstopper series, and my new book, which I am here today to talk to you about, which is called Loveless. This is the US cover. It's coming out on the 1st of March. And Loveless is the story of Georgia, an 18-year-old romance-obsessed girl who's just about to head to university. And she's just starting to realise that she has never had a crush, she's never fallen in love, and she's never had that teenage dream relationship that everyone seems to be wanting. And so she goes to university and she embarks on this journey of discovery, and has to figure out that she might possibly be asexual and aromantic. So I'm here today to read to you the very first chapter of the book. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. First chapter is called Last Chance. There were literally 3 separate couples sitting around the fire making out like some sort of organised kissing orgy, and half of me was like, ew, and the other half was like, wow, I sure do wish that was me. To be fair, it's probably what I should have expected from our prom after party. I don't go to parties very often. I hadn't been aware this actually was the culture. I retreated from the fire pit and headed back towards Hattie Jorgensen's giant country house, holding up my prom dress in one hand so I didn't trip, and dropped Pip a message. Georgia War. I could not approach the fire and retrieve the marshmallows because there were people kissing around it. Philippa Quintana. How could you betray and disappoint me like this, Georgia? Georgia War. Do you still love me, or is this the end? When I entered the kitchen and located Pip, she was leaning against a corner cupboard with a plastic cup full of wine in one hand and her phone in the other. Her tie was half tucked into her shirt pocket, her burgundy velvet blazer was now unbuttoned, and her short curls were fluffy and loose, no doubt due to all the dancing at prom. You okay? I asked. Might be a tad drunk, she said, her tortoiseshell glasses slipping down her nose. And also, I do fucking love you. More than marshmallows? How could you ask me to make such a choice? I slung my arm around her shoulders and we leaned back together against the kitchen cupboards. It was almost midnight. Music was thumping from Hattie's living room, and the sound of our classmates chatting and laughing and shouting and screaming resonated from every corner of the building. There were 3 separate couples making out around the fire, I said. Like, in unison. Kinky, said Pip. I sort of wished I was one of them. She gave me a look. Ew. I just want to kiss someone, I said, which was odd because I wasn't even drunk. I was driving Pip and Jason home later. We can make out if you want. That wasn't what I had in mind. Well, Jason's been single for a few months now. I'm sure he'd be up for it. Shut up, I'm serious. I was serious. I really, really wanted to kiss someone. I wanted to feel a little bit of prom night magic. Tell me then, said Pip, raising an eyebrow and smiling evilly. Maybe it's time to confess. I'd only ever had a crush on one person. His name was Tommy. He was the hot boy of our school year, the one who could actually have been a model if he'd wanted. He was tall and skinny and conventionally attractive in a Timothée Chalamet sort of way, though I didn't really understand why everyone was in love with Timothée Chalamet. I had a theory that a lot of people's celebrity crushes were faked just to fit in. Tommy had been my crush ever since I was in year 7, and a girl had asked me, who do you think is the hottest boy at Truham? She'd shown me a photo on her phone of a group of the most popular year 7 boys at the boys' grammar over the road, and there was Tommy right in the middle. I could tell he was the most attractive one. I mean, he had hair like a boy band star and was dressed pretty fashionably, so I pointed at him and said, him. And I guess that was that. Almost 7 years later, I'd never actually talked to Tommy. I never even really wanted to, probably because I was shy. He was more of an abstract concept. He was hot, he was my crush, nothing was going to happen between us, and I was perfectly fine with that. I snorted at Pip. Obviously not Tommy. Why not? You like him. I just shrugged at Pip, and she dropped the discussion. Pip and I started to walk out of the kitchen, arms still slung around each other, and into the hallway of Hattie Jorgensen's fancy country home. People were slumped on the floor in the corridor in their prom dresses and tuxes, cups and food scattered around. 2 people were kissing on the stairs, and I looked at them for a moment, unsure whether it was disgusting or whether it was the most romantic thing I'd ever seen in my life. Probably the former. "You know what I want?" Pip said as we stumbled into Hattie's conservatory and collapsed onto a sofa. "What?" I said. "I want someone to spontaneously perform a song to declare their love for me." "What song?" She gave this some thought. "Your song from Moulin Rouge," she sighed. "God, I am sad, gay and alone." Solid song choice, but not as attainable as a kiss. Pip rolled her eyes. "If you want to kiss someone that much, just go talk to Tommy. You've liked him for 7 years. This is your last chance before we go to uni." She might have had a point. If it was going to be anyone, it was going to be Tommy, but the idea filled me with dread. I folded my arms. Maybe I could kiss a stranger instead? Fuck off. I'm serious. No, you're not. You're not like that. You don't know what I'm like. Yes, I do, said Pip. I know you more than anyone. She was right. About knowing me, and about me not being like that, and about tonight being my last chance to confess the crush I'd had for 7 years, and the last chance to kiss someone while I was still a school kid, while I had a chance to feel the teenage dream excitement and youthful magic that everyone else seemed to have had a little taste of. It was my last chance to feel that, so maybe I would have to bite the bullet and kiss Tommy after all. Ta-da! I hope you enjoyed that. Loveless comes out on the 1st of March. Yeah. Buy my book. Peace.